Tonight, ABC News is airing a special based on remarkable interviews with Jacqueline Kennedy, recorded in 1964, but only being released now in a new book, Jacqueline Kennedy, Historic Conversations on Life with John F. Kennedy. They are the only interviews Jacqueline Kennedy ever gave about her life in the White House, and they are so revealing. Diane is hosting this remarkable special tonight. And remind us again how these interviews came about.
It was part of an oral history project 4 months after his assassination. She willed herself to do this for him and for history. And, you know, throughout you see the evolution of a woman who found her voice and truly changed this country and became such a global force that I think even members of the Kennedy family were stunned. And I remember, you don't, of course, rub it in, but I remember there we were, and she had bouffant hair, and she had the pillbox hats, and all of us had a little home permanence. And she said that she was a liability in the beginning, but he didn't make her change. Listen.
He wasn't thinking of his image, or he would have made me get a little frizzy permanent and be like Pat Nixon, you know, and Pat and Dick, and he never would hold hands in public or put his arm around me, or, you know, because that was naturally just distasteful to him, as I think it is for any man. So he didn't do anything for his image. And, you know, he used to tell me, sometimes he'd tell me I should wear hats instead of then there were all these letters about my skirts too short. And I said, but they're not too short. And he said, oh, I guess you're right. You know, he never said lengthen them. He can ask me to change, which I just think was so nice about him.
Her style and grace, timeless.
Right. And then she finds her voice, and she arguably changes history, global history for America in the way she deals with foreign leaders, because she's a very effective Jedi of a very different kind of politics, and she gets it done.
She also, in these conversations, and I don't know of any First Lady that's not concerned about her husband being assassinated.
That's right.
And she shared that.
And several times as she talks about what it is to look back, she says, haunting to hear these words now. She talks about when they are in the White House and they're thinking about the Lincoln administration and would he have been as great a president had he lived? And here is some of what the president says.
Would Lincoln have been as great a president if he'd lived? He said that was his question. What was better for Lincoln's? That he died when he did. And then I remember Jack saying, after the Cuban Missile Crisis, and it all turned so fantastically, he said, well, if anyone's ever going to shoot me, this would be the day they should do it. I mean, it's so strange, these things that come back.
And even she says, when you hear that now, when I think of that now, it haunts me completely. At one point, little John Kennedy walks in. Little John walks in and is asked by historian Arthur Schlesinger about his dad.
John, you went to the airport today.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yes.
John, what happened to your father?
He's gone to heaven.
He's gone to heaven?
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I don't remember anything.
And there is so much on these tapes, portrait of a woman, a marriage, and America at a very crucial moment in time.
Thank you, Diane. So the special tonight, 2 hours, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on ABC.